Hello, once again. You're welcome to Relationship Unfeigned with Nikki Adekunle. And this is a platform where we talk about love, where we talk about relationships, and where we talk about marriage. We give you fresh perspective that help you build the intimacy that you have always desired. So if you are interested in moving your relationship from where it is presently to that relationship that you have always dreamt about, then you are in the right place. So you're welcome once again. My name is Nikki Adekunle, and lately we've been talking about our emotions and how it affects our relationship. But today I want us to talk about understanding your emotions, your own particular emotion. I'm talking about understanding your own emotion. So why do you need to understand your emotions, and how does it play out in your relationship? Okay, usually people call being aware of your emotions, they call it emotional intelligence. And why do you need to be emotionally intelligent in your relationship? One, why you need to be emotionally aware is that it helps you to gain self-awareness. It helps you to gain self-awareness. You know what is wrong per time. You are able to sense the kind of emotions that you are feeling. It is necessary to be able to interpret what your emotion is saying. I know that, for a long time, I didn't know the difference between, when I was excited or when I just knew that I was feeling a particular way. We need to be able to, gain awareness. You need to know yourself enough to know what triggers positive emotions in you, what triggers negative emotions in you, to be able to understand yourself to that point where you know the things that happen to you and how it's, plays, the interface that it has with your relationship. You need to be aware of that. So when you understand yourself, what it does is that it helps you to be more self-aware. So it increases self-awareness. So you need to be emotionally intelligent. Know what you feel. Like I said, that triggers certain reactions in you. Secondly, when you are emotionally intelligent, when you know what you are feeling per time, it also helps you to self-accept. It helps you to self-accept. And what do I mean by that? You need to be able to understand yourself and be okay with how you are. There is no point trying to be somebody else. You need to be you need to get to a point where you're intelligent enough to self-accept. I am not an extrovert, and I'm okay. That usually people jump at the idea of going to parties and going out, but I will necessarily not have that reaction, and it's okay for me to be like that. So I don't have to judge myself too harshly simply because of the expectation of other people. Because the truth is, in most relationships, we marry across board. We are always interested in someone that is opposite from who we are, and so you need to be able to self-accept. When people are laughing, you won't say anything, but you should just laugh too. That that usually I don't have anything to say when things like this happen. It's not that I'm not thinking about it, but I'm not quick to speak. Just accept yourself and be okay with who you are. Because if you are not, if you cannot self-accept, then it begins to degenerate into other issues in your relationship, and that is where you hear things that are not said. And it's a big deal. We'll talk more about hearing things that are not said later, but for now, let me just say that if you are not comfortable with who you are, you get to a point where you begin to misinterpret what people are saying generally, and so you need to be able to self-accept. Then the next thing that understanding your emotions will do for you is that it helps you to be self-motivated. It helps you to be self-motivated. It helps self-motivation. And how does that happen? It happens because by the time you know that there is something that maybe I may not react fast enough. Like, for instance, some people, they don't act because they know that they walk at deadlines. And so if I know that, okay, I'm somebody that acts until when it is towards deadline, then I'll know how to manage myself. Do I need to get information ahead of time? Because there are people that, that adrenaline does not come to play until there is something they must submit tomorrow or next. But if you know that you're that kind of a person, then you need to motivate yourself to get information that you will need to do that work when it is close to deadline, so you know that you will not miss your deadline. Or however you are wired, when you know that, okay, this is the thing that I am this particular way, and because I am like this, I may need to get this prepared, or I don't want to be like, for instance, I remember a dad that was having divorce issues with the wife, and he had to stay back because he said it got to the point where the woman started encouraging their children to be abusive towards him. They were using bad words on him. They were saying things to him. And he said, I know myself. There's a limit that I can take those things, because if I allow them to continue to freely, speak badly and wrongly to me, to get to a point that I may not be able to forgive. So you know what? Let me not even be present at all. So because then it was custody battle, so he had to let go because he understood himself. So you need to get to that point where you motivate yourself to do what is right because you know who you are. So you need to understand your emotions. There's a lot that it does for you as a person, and also it helps you to self-develop, which is the next point. It helps you to self-develop, because when you have a good relationship with your emotions, you are able to develop. You know the things that you are supposed to do to help you to gain that, to gain the edge that you may need to do. You know the things that you are weak at. Like, for instance, if you know that I don't do well speaking in public, then you begin to work on it and begin to help yourself to become better at that field. So you know that, okay, this is my weakness and these are my strengths, and you're able to better work with those things, which will make you a better person. And lastly, what does your emotion empower you to do? Understanding your emotions empower you to gain self-mastery. It empowers you to gain self-mastery. You are able, like I said, you know what to expose yourself to and what not to expose yourself to, and you are intelligent enough to know that this is this kind of particular circumstance that gets the worst of me, and this is the particular circumstance that gets the best, that brings out the best in me. So at every point in time, we need to understand our emotions, because our partners will always trigger us. They will trigger us to be the best that we can be, and sometimes they trigger us to be not the very best that we can be. So you need to see how your emotions can affect your relationship, because we are primarily talking about relationship. Although this information is useful for more than just your relationship, but in your relationship you should know what are those things that I expose myself to that my partner does that may bring out the beast in me, or that may bring out the best in me. So we need to know these things and be able to plan appropriately with the kind of person that we are and the kind of people that our spouses are. So if you have any question, or you want to comment, or you want to say something, please put your comments under there. You can like our videos, you can share our videos, and most especially, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. It will help you, it will be beneficial, and just that button is somewhere there. Just click subscribe and help us spread the word around. Thank you very much. Till I come your way again, I remain yours sincerely and yours truly, Nikki Adekunle. Bye for now.